Hello everyone, today we're gonna look at different thing. We're gonna look at a malware trace. So basically what you're seeing here is a old malware trace back from 2014. So no real issues with this anymore. Some of the IPs might still be up, I really do not know because I really do have no intention of visiting any of them. And as you can see, the malware trace starts from, well, I'm just going to remove the filter, sorry for that. It starts from some DNS stuff going on, and then basically just a lot of TCP traffic, and we can see here it's very green. That basically means TCP traffic or HTTP traffic. In the bottom there's some TCP traffic, and we're gonna try and I'm gonna try and show you what this is all about. I already know what it is, and just to be fair to anyone, this is a malware trace for the ransomware called Styx, STYX. If you go ahead and open browser and basically just go ahead to any and say malware Styx, then basically you're gonna find that Styx ransomware is one of the not Stuxnet. So say Styx. Is there any more hits for that? Remove Styx ransomware. So we're pretty sure this is just some ransomware we are looking at. So what is really going on here, and what's up and what's not? So let's go ahead and look at some statistics first of all, and see that we have a packet trace that's going to be traced for 19 minutes and 4 seconds. That's not a lot, but it is what it is. Also, we can see that there were exchanged a matter of 10,658 packets, and the amount of bytes is 10,240,370 bytes. So it's gonna be some megabytes here going on, so around 10.2 megabytes. So that's enough to carry a small program. Furthermore, looking at statistics, we can see the resolved addresses, which is going to be, and I cannot zoom on this, so sorry for the small size. You can see different kind of addresses here that is resolved, resolved through DNS queries, of course. So, but there are domain names in here, or hosts, you're going to say that it's not resolved directly. That's going to be hard-coded, I assume. So let's go ahead to look at this trace. First of all, we are watching this IP here. Well, let's just go ahead and say conversations, and then you can basically see here in the conversations that we only have one host, and it's the one called 192.168.1.104. So I'm gonna call that the host because that is the only host there is, and it's basically communicating with different kind of IPs. And this one here is the one that's gonna transfer a lot of bytes, 9 megabytes, and the one here is going to transfer a little lower, like megabytes, something like that. So let's go ahead and see what's going on here. So our host is going to do standard query to transit Thundernova, and basically what we could do is just right click and say follow UDP stream, and yeah, well, this is just a standard DNS lookup, and we get the IP, and basically that's gonna be the first thing that happens. Now, this particular domain here is, if you look it up, it's not gonna, at least not now. This is like from, well, can we see that somewhere here? We cannot, but if you go back to the trace itself and go to the top, and now it's reversed, holy moly, and take the very first chunk here, and you can see that it's being connected all the way down here to the REST ACK. So let's go ahead and right click and say follow TCP stream. We can see that this is being requested in the year of, why did it remove that? Okay, so this is just, anyways, we can see that it's being some page is being requested here with the GET request, and It's from this Transit Thundernova, and already I think this is a very weird page because this is a weird URL. I'm aware that some URLs are URL protected, and this is your URL, but your download link is going to be active for this amount of time, and blah blah blah. So this is like this is a software part, something that is coded inside your application, not something that is directly there as a folder you can access. And i.html is also a really weird name for, so it's like it's gonna raise a red flag for me. And we can see that the HTTP response is also pretty, it's not a lot of stuff here. So I'm kind of looking at this and saying, okay, so we do have some stuff here going on. I don't know what it is. It's just stuff, probably encrypted, I don't know. So we can go further and see that we have some suspicious activity going on here. I'm not really sure what it is, but something is being transferred, and what that is, I cannot say. So let's go back, and then we can go down here to the next one, and we have a small one here where we're gonna visit, I don't know what it is, so let's follow the stream. It's gonna be the same page again, another weird toe bizzle, something like that, bizzle. and again, it's just, stuff. I don't know what it is. This is very unusual to me in my eyes, so definitely some kind of red flag going on here. Something is being transferred, and we're getting something to the machine. Not sure what it is, but it's definitely a red flag. So once more, we're gonna go one step further and say we have another request here. This looks like just a fav icon. Not really gonna spend time with that for now. I'll take the next one here. That's a big one. So I'm gonna right click here and say follow TCP stream. And here we have a 33 kilobyte stuff going on, and now I'm basically requesting a jar file. And the jar file is a Java archive file. It's gonna be a Java executable. So this is another big red flag that someone is downloading a jar file from basically, weird URL. And so far we only had weird URLs, we had weird files, we had weird domain names. I can't see the word class here, which is in my eyes pretty normal for Java stuff, so I guess that is what it is. So let's go ahead and close this again and scroll down a bit. Then we have another one here, another connection being created there. Let's go ahead and follow that. And this time we can see that we download the same jar file again, another one, at least it seems like it. It's gonna be the same size. Not really sure why it's doing that, but it's just another big red flag that we're downloading stuff from a weird, weird place on the internet. Then we can see here we have a standard query for some weird domain. Safe browsing can't stop me. I wouldn't say that is the most safe at all. Then we have another connection going on here. Let's follow the stream. And now we have a 742 kilobyte file being downloaded. This is called soft_1exe. So we have a direct exe file. This is probably going to run in DOS mode. This is probably something with a user interface to promise the user some sort of thing. And it is an application, you can see here. So we have a lot of stuff going on. It's binary, so I cannot read it. So it's just jumble jumble, as we suspect. And as we go further, we continue to find these. Can I scroll a little faster? It's gonna be a long one. Yeah. Continue to find these weird cases, and we have another one here visiting some very weird URL. So let's go ahead and right click this and say follow HTTP stream, and we can see that this is a We do get a engine X moved permanently. We're just doing something to report something on this very weird website. I'm not really sure what this is, but everything is in alarm mode at the moment. I think we have found something in the traffic trace, and the more that I look, I see stuff like this. So what I'm thinking, I'm gonna go ahead and filter on HTTP traffic and basically just go ahead and get an overview of. We can see I'm visiting these weird URLs a lot and doing something here, and I don't know, could that be a report for the command and control? I'm not really sure. Since this is ransomware, it's gonna install, and we have some exe files here and there, and reports.log. I'm not really sure what that is, to be honest. It could be totally okay, it's just some of it. What I did verify is that I went to Google and I put in this name gmk set cp setn.jar, and what I found was that someone uploaded that to a website and verified that it contains a lot of malicious stuff. So basically, what we have here is just another typical example of malware on the go, and I would say that just briefly looking at this, there are like 10,658 packets. I have no, in a small video like this, to give a full overview. I can scroll through it all and see that it's just the same over and over again. A lot of malicious activity. I already verified that it's in one IP. So what would I do? This is probably more the interesting case, because what is the most important part if you are an investigator and let's say you are sitting in the security operations and you're seeing this for a client and you're getting that, and you basically say, okay, so we have some issue here on this machine. We have an issue on 192.168.1.104. It's being hit by something, and if it's ransomware, there's a chance that it could spread to all the system. If there's some other vulnerabilities, it could exploit. And basically, if it's done by phishing email, I cannot see that. I can just see we have a get here. That is the very first request that I see, and that is actually the IP address, the host. That is, it could be clicking a link. I cannot see that. This is just a packet trace. This is the raw data. Did someone click a link in a phishing email? That is a very normal way for stuff to spread, by sending stuff through emails and then basically you're clicking on stuff and downloading stuff to machine and executing stuff, so basically I would alert the IT security department, the IT department, and tell them that, okay, we have this machine, we need to take it down immediately and remove from the network right now. And then basically after that, we need to find out whether others got the same email, check the email filters, check whatever incoming stuff. Did anyone else get that particular phishing email? If there was a phishing email, of course, we need to verify that. It could also be someone who copy-pasted something from a website. This is the link you can use. It's all plausible. So I'm just saying this is the raw traffic, and I could create 100 different scenarios to how you can create a GET request. I can do it in curl, I can do it in the browser, I can do it in Python, I can do it in any programming language. So basically, but thinking about it, initially and saying, how is that people usually get ransomware? It is usually because someone clicks a link in a mail, click a link on a website, download something, execute a macro in a Word file or some Excel file, some Microsoft document. That is basically what's going to happen. It could also be someone who inserted a USB key in the machine they found in the street. There's so many different ways. All of this we cannot see in this packet trace. We can just see that we have a lot of stuff going on, and basically we saw exe files, we saw jar files, we downloaded, and I'm pretty sure they were also executed. Again, we cannot really see that unless we know the IP address of the command and control. If there is a command and control, we could verify whether there were outgoing connections to that particular IP. And then you would know that the particular executable would have been executed and installed something, and then it's calling home. That is one way to think about it. So basically this is the malware trace called Styx. It's a ransomware. It's 8-year-old. I don't think it's active anymore. Some of the domains that you saw, I'm gonna do a quick recommendation of not trying to visit anything. I have no idea if they are up or not up. This is just my recommendation. So I hope you liked this video, a small snack, a small malware trace for today's 10 minutes video plus 5. So until next time, see you again.